Hey, it's Christine, Manifestation Queen, here to remind you of your manifesting power. Oh my God, finally. So, I haven't done a video in a while because I was on a manifestation valley, I would call it, where I was in frustration for a very long time. I was like, why can I not manifest the one thing that I want the most that has been on my mind every day, every moment for like years? I can manifest all these other amazing things, like all these things that I could care less about. But the one thing that I really, really wanted, I was trying so hard, couldn't get it. Finally, it has manifested. And I am loving it. So I am going to share the story of what happened. And hopefully, this will inspire you, maybe help you if you feel stuck. And I also want to show you something that I did in the process that worked really well. So, what was the desire? The desire was to achieve and maintain my goal weight. For years, I was a dancer. When I was little, I took ballet, jazz, and tap. And then as I got older, also did dance. And then when I was adult, I did like hip hop and I was a dance teacher, dance choreographer. And being a dancer made me see my body in the mirror a lot and cause perfectionism, which I don't mind. Like, I don't think perfectionism is a bad thing. I just always want to be better and be more and refine things. We can do that with manifestation, right? So I always wanted a slender, toned physique. That was my goal. However, my body would be 15 to 20 pounds heavier than I would like it to be. It wasn't an overweight body, I would say, but sometimes it would get close to an overweight category. And I'm very petite. I'm only 5'3". And I just felt like there was extra weight on me that I just didn't want there. Like I just felt a little more fluffy than I wanted to be, a little bit more extra fat than I wanted. So I just really wanted a slender, toned body. And I knew exactly what weight I wanted the scale number to say. And I tried everything. I would robotic affirm for weeks, months, just repeating over and over in my head that I'm already at my goal weight. And I would visualize the number that I wanted to see on the scale. I would just robotically affirm over and over, I'm already there. I'm already there. I'm already 115. I wanted to be 115 pounds. I'm already 115. I'm already 115. I'm already 115. I'm already there. And just robotic over and over and over, visualize over and over every night. Visualize my body feeling slender, stepping on the scale, seeing my feet on the scale, seeing the number of the number that I wanted to see over and over, journaling. I did it all. And then I created a vision board and I would look at the vision board every morning and sometimes three times a day. I would look at my vision board of these slender bodies and imagine that that was my body in these cute outfits. And for months, nothing was happening. And in the past, I had gotten to my goal weight, but it felt really, really hard and I had to be really focused, or I had to have an event that, would just drive me to be like super motivated and eat really healthy and just buckle down. But then I would just gain the weight right back. So finally, I remember I was talking with my friend Jody and I was so frustrated. I was like, Jody, I can manifest all these amazing things, but the one thing that I want, I just can't seem to get it. And I was feeling kind of miserable that day and I was eating all kinds of junk food. And later that night, I watched a video of an interview of a woman who was struggling with the same thing. Her weight fluctuations were like 50 pounds. Like she would lose 50 pounds and then gain 50 pounds, and, a little bit more dramatic than my 20-pound swings. But she said, well, she finally was able to maintain a leaner body that she's happy with. She has a happy relationship with food. And it was all by being kind to herself. And I was like, oh, it just hit me. I was like, oh, that's what it is. That's what it is for me. Whenever I would fall off track with my meal plan for the day, if I went over on my calories, because I was trying to be in a calorie deficit so I could lose the body fat. If I went over on my calories, I would just be like, my thoughts were like, oh, I blew it. Might as well just eat whatever I want and just go on a spree of eating, which would cause me to gain the weight back. Or if I ate something that wasn't part of my meal plan, like if it wasn't the veggies and protein and fruit and healthy stuff that I thought I needed to get to my goal weight, like if I had a cookie or some ice cream or was mindlessly eating on chocolate chips or something, then I'd be like, oh, look, I blew it again. Or it was an emotional thing too. If I felt very overwhelmed or I was at my computer for like a long time and just doing a lot of work, I would get up and I just reaching for food. It was like a very impulse urge to just go to my kitchen, go in the pantry or go in the fridge and to just start grabbing some food to like just kind of calm myself down or comfort myself. So, starting on March 15th, I remember the exact date because I had it in my journal. I decided to be nice to myself. And especially in those moments where I feel like I was going back into old patterns of overeating, mindlessly eating on junk food, I was like, no more. I'm going to cheer myself on through it, especially when I had cravings in my head of ice cream and cookies. Of like, no, you got this. Even though it's hard and you want to go eat those foods and it's very comforting, you got this, girl. Keep going. And I would cheer myself on all the time. Like if I went for a walk, yes, girl, you're getting steps in, burning up the body fat. We got this. Or if I did eat a healthy meal, or I decided to not eat the cookies. And if I decided to eat the cookies, yes, we only had one or two cookies. Good job. Yes, keep going. We don't have to go back to old patterns. And sometimes it was really easy, and sometimes it was difficult to not go back into those old patterns. But I was creating this new identity. So I also want to share with you, I also was journaling every morning. And I first started out, this was day one, February 21st. So this was before the March 15th thing. And I was just doing the 369 method where you write your affirmation 3 times and then in the afternoon you write it 6 times, although I think I was writing something else at this moment. But you could see I'm just repeating the same thing. I'm finally skinny. I said 114. I was really shooting for 115. It's so easy to maintain. I'm finally skinny. 114. It's so easy to maintain. I'm finally skinny. 114 pounds. It's so easy to maintain. And I did that like day 2, just repeating the same thing over and over and over. So all through February, I was doing robotic affirmations until, oh, actually, my bad. It was March 5th, day 14. Hit me last night. I need to be kind to myself, my best cheerleader. So instead of robotic affirming, I switched to, I'm so thankful. I'm finally 114. I thought I was shooting for 115. Anyway, finally feeling and looking fabulous. Finally, it's so easy. I started journaling as if I was celebrating that it already happened. And then I started journaling things like, oh, it happened so fast. It happened so fast that I lost the weight so fast. So 10 weeks later, after that March date, it was May 15th. I didn't feel like I hit my goal weight, but I knew I was getting slimmer. Like my stomach felt slimmer, and I noticed I was definitely eating much better. Like my habits had totally changed. And I decided to get on the scale, and I thought for sure I was going to be like 118 pounds. And I was like, that's okay. Like we're going to get there. We're getting closer. And I stepped on the scale and I was 108. I was like, what? I like passed right by my goal weight and I was 7 pounds less than the 115 or 114 that I was trying to be. I was like, what? What happened? And it definitely was me cheering myself on, celebrating every morning, writing about me, celebrating that I finally achieved it, that it happened so fast, and then it manifested. So I'm going to put some before and after pictures up here just to give some context because it's a little bit harder to see it. I don't know if you can see how thin I am, but I'm looking and feeling so good. Yay! Oh, and now that I've manifested this, I am officially wearing the queen crown. I think I deserve it now. Finally, manifested my number one desire. I can wear this crown. Anyway, so before and after pictures. This before picture was back in December of 2023. I had to take this picture for a coach I was working with. It didn't really work out, but I learned a lot from him about building muscle, which I'm working on now. Working on getting a six pack, which you can kind of see in the after picture. It's slowly getting there. I'm manifesting that next. Anyway, so in December, I weighed myself at this point and I was 131 pounds. And then in this after picture, I'm 108 pounds. So from, I would say it started that March 5th date. From March 5th to May 15th, it's about 10, 11 or so weeks that I dropped like almost 20 pounds, more, a little more than 20 pounds. It's pretty fast. It's because I wrote it down and I was celebrating myself. I was celebrating that I could do it really fast. And then I was getting all these downloads of, maybe you should walk now. You have some free time, go for a walk or skip out on that extra cookie. Like one is just fine. And all these things just happen. I was like, yes. And in the process, and now I see it, like my whole identity changed because today is June 10th. So for the past, I'm going on week 5 of maintaining 110 pounds. Like every week, I've been pretty consistent with it because I've created this whole new identity shift, a whole new set of habits and eating patterns, and I continue to cheer myself on. And now I'm taking that process of me celebrating, the journaling of celebrating, like every morning, I have so much fun. I'm like, I'm celebrating this and whatever my future manifestation is that I want to bring in. So I'll share some of them with you is obviously getting a little bit more muscle. I've been toning and getting some shoulder muscles, some abs in my legs. So building more muscle. And then I want to be able to coach others and help them manifest their best body. So it's all coming together. I love it. I'm just doing the same thing, celebrating myself, cheering myself on, journaling about it as if it's already done, and just knowing that it's going to work out because, hello, I found my perfect formula. And it made me realize like how much the 4D and the 3D are one. Like your 4D is your thoughts, your desires, and your 3D is what you currently see with your physical senses like touch, taste, smell. But the 4D and the 3D are the same. When you realize that and bring them together, you move forward in your 3D world as your 4D version and carry out the habits and thought patterns of the 4D within your current 3D. And that's when things like come in real fast. I hope that makes sense. It's very hard to describe, but I feel like those words were perfect, very simple and clear. Yes. Comment. Let me know what insights you got. Let me know if you have any questions about how to speed up your manifestation. I highly recommend journaling because it gets you focused. I mean, for the longest time, I said, just change your thoughts, just change your thoughts, just robotically affirm it, but maybe add in some journaling. Celebrate as if it's already done and celebrate that it came in so fast. Like it's a memory, like you already did it. That's how you should be journaling. And then go about your 3D world as the 4D version of you that already has it and watch how your habits automatically change. It's amazing. It's so fun. We are powerful creators. Like, subscribe. See you in the next video.